Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because the exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
And you ain't never.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What up? What up? What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. We back again to build on this good boxing and give it its just due how only we could do. You know, don't nobody get boxing its just due how we get boxing its just due. And I appreciate the fam coming to rock out with your boy on another boxing build on this Good Friday, man. Y'all already know the room etiquette. Smash the like button, sub to the channel. Make sure you turn your notifications on. Come build with the family. Shout out to the peekaboo shorties, as my big homie Jay would call them. Man, we appreciate y'all too. The ones that don't type but just like to listen to the good sound of the voice. You know, we appreciate y'all too, man. How y'all feeling today as we close the week out strong, man? Let me say what's up to the fam. My brother, Lonnie Lee, the first one in the building. What's good, Lonnie? Always holding your boy down. Vaughn, what it do, man? How you feeling, bro? BJ in the building. What's good, fam? Technique in the building. Boots Ennis versus Vergil. Yeah, that's a great fight. We're going to build on it a little bit. You know, try to change your pace. I know Tank Davis News is taking over the airwaves as always, but we're going to build on this, man. Jordan, what it do, family? How you feeling? Teach. What's good with it, Teach? How you feeling? Big Dre, what it do, family? Let's cook. Let's get to it. Yeah, we gotta give Lamont his just due, man. They tripping. It ain't Lamont Roach that's trash. It ain't the fight that's trash. It's the boxing fans that's trash. And the way they're not even trash, right? The way they think is trash. Let me be very specific because I don't like to insult people, but the boxing fans' mentality is trash. Honorable mentions, what's good with it, fam? He said Vergil Ortiz don't want no smoke with Boots Ennis. We're going to talk about it. Let's talk fashion. My guy, Remo, what's good with it, Brody? Are people making a big deal? Tank fight is pushed back 1 month. It's only 1 month. Because you know why. Teach, you know they love to complain just for the sake of complaining. You know it. Tony, what it do? Allen in the building, what's good, family? Cash, Crypto, what it do, Cash? You know what's funny? My son's middle name is Cash. He just spell it with a K. My baby do. So do you think these two fights you're talking about? Few fighters talking about are gonna have to be on the same card. Yeah. That's what they talking about. That's what they talking about. Being on the same card. So we're gonna talk about it. I mean, again, it's just being it's been thrown out there, but it's a great conversation to have. It's one that I thought was coming anyway. I always thought this was gonna be one of Boot's biggest fights. Like, you get what I'm saying for him, Vergil Ortiz. Now it you know it evaded him at 147. Obviously, Vergil's health and things like that led him to be in a bigger weight class. He had to move up, right? So, you know, I felt like when Vergil left, that was the last of the big name fights for Boots, right? Because, you know, Spence and Crawford, they had their business done. They both was moving up. So the minute Vergil moved out, you knew it was over in terms of like that name recognition that could resonate with the fans. Because there's nobody in boxing, I believe, that wouldn't want to see Vergil Ortiz and Boots Ennis like that. You had to be weird not to want to see that fight. So I always felt like that was going to be, you know, Vergil was going to be for Boots what Terrence Crawford was for Errol, or vice versa. You get what I'm saying? That he always was going to be one of the fights I think that people could look at and say, man, Boots is it. Because make no mistake about it, Vergil's a dangerous, young, hungry kid, man. Young man. He can fight. He can box. He's strong. He come forward and he only know one way, and he trying to get you out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just stylistically, this fight would be like so pleasing to the eye. It'd be, everybody get their money's worth, and it's a fight that might not go the distance, man. This thing might not go the distance the way Boots fight, Mr. No fill out round himself, and you know Vergil Ortiz, he like a train with one gear. He just go forward, bro. Bro don't know no other way. He don't know no other way but forward. Thrill Hill, what it do, family? Humble Dragger in the building. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I hate to see that. I'm always rooting for people in life, man. I hate to see that. That was unexpected. You know, kind of surprising, but not really. Showtime to God. What's good, family? How you feeling? Kyle Cooley, blessings, family. What it do, my guy? Salute to everybody in the building, man. Y'all make sure y'all smashing the like button, sub to the channel. Make sure if your notifications ain't on, make sure they on, so we can continue to build and grow and all that good stuff, man. If you ain't sub, make sure you are. You know, rock out with your boy, and we gonna build. But yeah, man, look, this is a fight that I think is very, very, very entertaining for the fans, and it's something that I think was bound to happen anyway. And y'all heard me speaking on it the other day. I feel like Boots, Jaron Ennis is he's 154 pound, man. He's bound to be at 154 pounds, more than likely sooner than later too, because like I said, you know, I know it's gonna get frustrating. Maul Brooks, what it do, my guy? I know it's gonna get frustrating for Boots not being able to secure these fights that make sense, that can help move his career forward, right? For him, he at the point in his career where he got too many fights to sit around and just fight anybody, right? He already done that. He done that, in my opinion, longer than he should have had to do it, right? So now Boots is at the point where it's like championship or bust. It's unification or bust. You get what I'm saying? No other fight is gonna make sense for him to make. Like there, he don't. I mean, he, even although he's young, nobody got time to waste. Nobody got time to waste. So when you look at the landscape, and you look at what 147 is and who got the titles, now you look at those guys like the Stan Jonases of the world. You know, you got Brian Norman, then you got Barrios. They all look like they're about to smoke. You know, you never seen Stan Jonas back down from a challenge. The same thing with Vergil. But his team be echoing something different. I don't think Vergil will be scared to get in the ring with Boots Ennis. I don't think he'll be scared to challenge himself against Boots. I don't think he'll duck him or none of that. I just think teams be having plans, and we're going to get into some of that too. Because although this article came out about the possibility of this card being something that could happen in 2025, we at the end of 24, 25 is right here, right around the corner, literally. And, you know, this card, man, if they can pull this off, man, this is what boxing need. Eddie Hearn, man, while I'm rooting for this, and the success of this card and Boots Ennis, because this could change the tone of Eddie Hearn and not being able to grow fighters and put them in position, right? Make no mistake, he got Boots at the right time. And if he's able to deliver something that, you know, evaded him for so long when he was on that other side, man, that's a win for Eddie, right? And then he got Bam Rodriguez over there. He just accolades is piling up for Bam. So you got two real fighters, two real talents, two of the best talents in boxing, those young guys. And they're young. Bam even younger than Boots, I believe. So it's only up if you play your cards right. And this is a fight that definitely need to be made. It's like I said, it's unification or bust for Boots. He got too many fights to just be given, you know, just wasting his time just fighting these run-of-the-mill guys. He done that already. He put in all the work. He fought them in-between guys, the faded champions, that type of shit. He's done that already. I think anything from this point on need to be a real challenge, and specifically a unification if we talking about 47. But like I said, like I've been saying, like we've all been seeing, it's not going to be easy for them to get him somebody in the ring. It just seems as though they're going to have to overpay to get somebody in the ring with Boots. Now, I did hear that they were planning on revisiting the Brian Norman situation, you know what I mean, for next year. So that might be one opportunity where he could, you know, maybe make something happen with that. Maybe they revisit that situation. They able to come to terms with the money, venue, location, all that good stuff, and we get a fight. But at the end of the day, that's just one fight, and that'll leave him with 2 belts. There's still 2 more belts out there that he will want to complete. His ultimate goal at 47 is to be undisputed. So, you know, I never thought Brian Norman was a duck. I just felt like fans, we hear about a fight, we just want to see the fight. A lot of times we don't consider if the fighter is going to get what they feel like they should get, and that shit is very important. You can't tell nobody to go take a job, especially one like boxing where you're getting punched in the face. Everything could change. You can't tell me to go in there and take less than me and my team feel like we worth. If we miss an opportunity, then just so be it. But at the end of the day, you got to stand for something. So I'm going to always respect that. And look at Brian Norman Jr. as a guy that's really trying to get in there with whoever. Like, I don't see him being no duck, no guy that's avoiding smoke. Like, at the end of the day, he was actively seeking Boots out to go get sparring with him, going over there in the dungeon to get the work. So, ain't like they brought it to him. So that's not a guy that's shying away from challenges, is what I'm saying. And I understand that sparring, but you got guys that ain't even making 6 to 8 rounds with Boots and sparring. He beating the hell out of these dudes. So for Brian Norman to want to get that work more than once, it's a testament to his mentality and what kind of fighter he is. So I think if that same opportunity is offered to him in the professional ranks, like it was, I don't see him being the reason the fight didn't happen. You didn't hear him whining and complaining about money. You just seen his team, his pops, and his manager trying to sort it out and make sure that they fighter got what they felt like he was deserving of, right? So this is where we at, man, in boxing right now. You know you want undisputed, but it's going to be extremely hard. Even Bozy, he alluded to that. He admitted to such. Like, it's going to be difficult. Like, we want the titles. It's all we want. We want the guys with the titles. And if you can't get that, you heard him say, "Yo, we'll go up to 54." You know what I mean? But the people responsible for making sure they get the best money situations don't want certain fights until it's time. That is true too, Humble. It is. Cornelius, my guy. What it do? That's what it's looking like, bro. They're gonna have to overpay some. Peace to the Queen Lisa. Happy Friday to you. How you feeling? So to visit Brian Norman fight, they know the number and the terms. Easy fight to make. You get what I'm saying, Big Dre? And this is to the point where, like, this is where I'm at. I don't know what their budget is. I can't say who's right and who's wrong, but this is just my thinking, right? If you got a Jaron Ennis on your stable, and you're looking at him as one of the most talented, if not the most talented fighter in all of boxing, you know what I'm saying? You figure you're going to be able to make money with that guy. You already know what it is. You already went through the ringer. You already seen what it is. You're going to have to pay to get people in the ring with him. You know this. So that's where we at. Are you going to be willing to slightly overpay to sacrifice it for the betterment of your fighter's career. And I'm gonna keep saying this because I heard him say it. You know, fighter is obligated, have obligation and ties to him. He's willing to go to bat and potentially lose money, which is what he said about Devin Haney with the Sandor Martin fight. If he was with me, that's a different story. He probably basically, without saying, he's saying he basically willing to take the hit in terms of the money. So, now, and that's Devin Haney. Now you got a guy like Boots Ennis that you feel like you think the world of that dude. Ain't he worth possibly paying that extra little as Frank Martin called it, to get these other guys in the ring? You're going to make money with this guy anyway, right? You see how they showed up and showed out the first time in Philly. They didn't even, nobody was worried about the opponent. Wasn't nobody up in there crying, yo, he only fighting Evanesian. Nobody cared. They showed up and showed out because they know Boots is must-see TV. He's worth it. So that's all I'm saying at the end of the day. That's the question for Eddie Hearn. Or is he worth having a slightly overpay to get these other champions in the ring, to get these unification fights? Because what else you gonna do? What else is you gonna do? This should be the last one of these type of fights that he have at 47, where all right, it's a mandatory. But after this, he shouldn't have to. Anything at 47 really should be the champions. Look how close he is, bro. Look how close he is. Think about who got the titles, and look how winnable, and no disrespect to none of the other champions, but look how winnable each of those fights are for him. They all winnable fights. He's right there, Eddie. It's right there, Eddie. If these promoters are willing to let their fighters cross the street, and all they need at the end of the day is a little you gotta make that shit happen, Eddie. You gotta make it happen, bro. Gotta make this shit happen for Boots. Got to. You can't let all these opportunities go by the wayside. You can't do that. You gotta make something shake for your guy. I mean, tunnel vision, what it do? He didn't take the hit versus Devin. Devin had to leave. He isn't taking the hit versus Boots. I didn't say he took the hit. I don't know. Jordan, what's good with it, fam? People keep expecting Eddie to do something different, and it's aka Demetrius Andre 2.0. I mean, yeah, we expected it because you're supposed to. And I don't think, I get all that. I keep hearing people say that, but they had two totally different points in their career when they got with Eddie. And like I said, with Boots, 3-fight situation ain't no life sentence. So I am expecting Eddie to do what he said he gonna do. I am expecting him to stand on business. I am expecting him to make something shake for Boots, because you wasn't able to do it for guys like Demetrius Andre. Now you got a Shakur Stevenson and a Jaron Ennis on your roster. You better make something shake for them young men. You better, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't say he took the hit. He said he'd be willing to take the hit if Devin was tied to him at the time of the Sandor Martin situation. The fact that he wasn't, he has no reason to go to bat and lose money on the fight. That's not even his fighter. That's what he's saying. So in so many words, basically what he's saying, if you were tied to me, then it would be a different situation. I will be then willing to go to bat for you or take the hit, which is, but now you got a chance to stand tall on that, to really make that a reality, to really make people a believer of what you say, because now you got a fighter that I believe is even better than a Devin Haney, right? That you love. You need to be promoting them. And if you need to overpay slightly to get these guys in the ring, then so be it. But you have to do something different, especially if you're expecting this man to stay with you for the foreseeable future, right? I'm pretty sure you don't want to just promote Boots for these 3 fights that he signed on to. You want to continue to promote him for the duration of his career if it's up to you. So to make that a reality, you're going to have to make some type of sacrifices, I believe, to make sure that fighter is satisfied, to make sure he has a reason and incentive to sign with you or do business with you past them 3 fights. Now, I'm an optimistic dude as well. So, part of my optimism, but I enjoy boxing that way. You know what I mean? I don't like to look at the glass half empty. I like to look at it half full. And it's just a matter of business being done, and these promoters doing what they say they're going to do, which will lead to them doing right by the fighters. That's all I want to see. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling Eddie to break the bank to make unification fights, but I'm saying, hey, man, you might have to do something different than the rest of these other guys, right? You might have to do something different than the last people that he was with, respectfully, to make it make sense. You don't want that type of talent just over there on a roster. The only thing you could do is keep him active, but against who? Nah, man, we want to see Boots flourish. The Boots era, it has begun. It should have been started, respectfully. Man. You get what I'm saying? And do whatever it took. Oh, nah, absolutely. Absolutely. Right. But Boots is a different fighter, different situation. I'm expecting him to do something different because it's a different fighter, different situation. You know, all eyes are on him to see if he's going to be able to deliver tunnel vision. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. And if he don't, then we're going to have that conversation. But right now, it's very early. So I just want to see what comes out of this situation. And he got to find a way. You know what I mean? It's not all on him, but you had to understand that signing Boots on board wasn't going to be easy, especially getting these guys in the ring. You had to know that to a degree. Get what I'm saying? Right. You get what I'm saying? Cornelius, right. Boots with the Eddie, whatever develops is on him and his team. Man. Yeah, man. I hear you, man. At the end of the day, he had to make a move. Like I this whole notion, like if it don't work out, yeah, that's on him and his team. They decided to sign there. But who else was actively seeking Boots out? Who else had a situation that he felt like was going to work for him? It's just not that cut and dry to me. Oh, if it don't work out, then that's on you. Nah, it's up to these, because that kind of essentially lets the promoter off the hook. Nah, you brought that dude over there with the expectation that you're going to be able to get his career and move him to the next level, not just make him money and keep him active against the who's who, against who type opponents. You get me? So at the end of the day, that's obvious. Any decision you make is ultimately going to be on you, but that kind of lets the promoter off the hook. Nah, he got to stand tall. You had your Demetrius Andrade experiment go south. At what point do you start to deliver on the things that you promised for these fighters? Is all I'm saying. Kello was good with it, my guy. Eddie fumbled the bag, Shakur and Boots. After he dealt with Boo Boo and Devin, yeah, the chance of getting a superstar caliber Black American fighter would be slim to none. Right. So that's all I'm saying, bro. I know what the history is, but he got to find a way to change that. How do you change it? You make the fights. You put your fighters in position. Because this is what I'm saying. You telling me it's a couple $100,000, and I ain't saying that ain't no money, but you telling me a couple $100,000 is the difference between making a unification and not making it. Shit sound like it's worth it to me. You know what I mean? Al Booger, what it do, my guy? I think Boots will beat him convincingly this time. Yeah, I think he get closer to possibly stop him. Gertz was good with it. When all goes wrong, blame Eddie. The other fighters and promoters have to be willing to want to fight too. All of those things are true. And over here, y'all know it's always a discussion. It's always a conversation, not an argument, not a one-way thing. You got ideas, throw them out there. I ain't going to tell nobody they wrong, but for me, that's how I think. You know, I feel like you're going to have to make some type of sacrifice for the fighter that you said is one of the best, if not the best fighter in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to make that shake for him. So everything is not on Eddie, but why I'm putting a bulk of the responsibility on him, because he's very loud and proud about the talent that Boots is and how you can do this and that. We've seen it fail in the past, so we just want to see it finally work out. We want to see you deliver on the things that you say you're going to deliver on. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, the other guys, the other fighters got to want to fight. The other promoters got to be interested as well. Everybody got to be willing to work together. But right now, we just seen a situation excuse me, where multiple offers were supposed to be sent out, and none of them worked out. So all I'm saying is, at what point do you do something different and make something shake for your guy that you feel like is one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter in the world? Got to make something shake. You know what I'm saying? You want to put the man in a better position, right? Like, one thing I do respect is, although they didn't win the purse bid, they was able to still facilitate a move and get that fight in Philly where it made sense to happen at. So it ain't all bad. I want to see these dudes be put in the right position so they can win. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. Are you going to have to gross pay guys to fight Boots? It's unfortunate. Now, I wouldn't say that if that's where it get to with Keller, where it's like ridiculous, then I can understand him not budging too. But like I said, man, meet in the middle. You gotta find a way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find a way for this dude. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find a way. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay. No. Oh, for sure, Gertz. You already know, bro. At the end of the day, the old saying reigns true. You're gonna have to pay to play. Know what I'm saying? That's why I say he ain't right or wrong. It's not a right or wrong thing. It's just it's what you willing to do, what you willing to sacrifice. Because it seemed like in order to make Boots into the kind of name he want to be, or definitely to get him the opportunities that he want to move his name forward at 47, seems as if you're gonna have to overpay guys, respectfully. You get me? So that right there is not on Eddie. You know what I'm saying? That's not on him alone. But all I want to see is a fight fan. If you put in a position and it's on you and you got the last say so, and we talking the difference between a couple $100,000, something that you feel like you can make with a guy like as talented as Boots, man, I want to see that I want to see you go pull the trigger on that thing and go get that man them fights. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I want to see. You know what I mean? For me, it ain't about trying to blame one guy or, you know what I mean? We don't get nowhere oftentimes where you just trying to blame somebody, right? But you try to understand what's going on, who's really in position to make things different, you know what I mean? Better. Who can really move the needle, so to speak, or get the ball rolling in the right direction to get these fights going, man. Because that's all I truly want to see, this dude go out there and be great, man. Okay, so hold on, I'm gonna pull this article up, y'all. So where I was reading about this, and again, man, this is just fun. This type of stuff right here is fun for boxing. These type of cards need to happen. Bam doing this thing, Boots doing this thing, putting them on the same card is like is a beautiful marriage. I think that'll work. I think it'll work perfectly, you know. Current champions at 147 on the unified with Boots. Boots for that. It'll be a big fight. I think it'll be a great fight. I'm not sure. I'm gonna reserve some judgment. I'm not gonna say they don't want it just yet. Because I did a little bit of math, and this is just for me. I see that there's 3 other champions, a common denominator where they all was complaining about money. Brian Norman went the furthest with it in terms of trying to negotiate. Stanyona said the money was laughable. We ain't really hear much about Barrios' side. So I don't look at Barrios as a guy that won't fight, right? He fought Keith Thurman in his fucking first fight at welterweight, right? Like, I know people ask Keith Thurman, but you get my point. He fought Tank. You get me? I think he'll fight. I just think they money got to be right. You heard what his what was his trainer talking about? Man, you got to get paid to fight Boots. And I think that's just what it's going to be, you know? People want to be heavily compensated for that ass whooping. Lewis 4500 was good with it, bro. How you feeling? Pugilist in the building was good, bro. He has to handle his part. Yeah. Right. Everybody got a humble dragger. Everybody got a role to play. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got a role to play to make this shit work. You know what I'm saying? Boots do his job. He stay ready, stay on point. He ain't saying no to nothing, making the most out of the opportunities. He beating ass. He ain't kicking and screaming, being hard to deal with. You know, I just think at the same token, the job that Eddie Hearn has is not going to be easy. Think about it, just for what it's worth. You know, Shakur has had some history there of guys saying no to him and avoiding him, and Boots have too. So I can imagine those two things together got to be a hell of a task to try to make sure you can get talents like those two guys the right fights. Because I mean, Boots is dangerous. Shakur could embarrass you, make you look bad. So they both in a similar situation where they've had multiple guys tell them no or not be able to get a better fight for one reason or another. So Eddie got his work cut out for him, but he should know that better than all of us in here, right? So let's see what he's able to make shake from this. But let me read some of this and let y'all know where I got this from. But Rashidi fighting Brian Chavez, who's been KO'd 4 times in the last 4 fights. Yeah, he's shaking back, though. That's the thing, Pugilist. He basically shaking back, getting his legs back under him. They've seen Boots fight. They want to get paid to face that dude. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, Kello? They know. They like, man. And that's just the reality of it. They know it. Mixed with the fact that you won't shut up about them. And I don't think you're supposed to, Eddie, but you selling the hell out of Boots. You got people looking at them highlight reels like, this dude was that the Matrix? You got people rewinding their TVs with the VIA fight. Like, was that the Matrix he just did? Yeah, that's the guy you want me to fight? Yeah, he in here doing N1 mixtape moves on fighters in real time and he having fun. Yeah, that guy need to be paid to get punched by him. I'm telling you. That's how they coming, y'all. They need to get paid, man. Tank Davis want more money. He's going to have to fight somebody who has a chance of beating him. Yeah, man, we going to talk about that too. A1 Hoop Zone, my brother. What's good with it, bro? Shelton, what's good with it, man? What's good with it, man? So let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this. So, they saying, Vergil Ortiz Jr. versus Jaron Ennis and Jesse Bam Rodriguez versus Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. Doubleheader is reportedly, keywords, reportedly impossible. Nothing etched in stone. No, they're not fighting 100%, but you could already see both of these matchups being, you can see this. You can see Bam Rodriguez fighting Chocolatito. They was already talking about it. They've been talking about Vergil and Boots at 47. So with this whole notion that Boots probably won't be able to get the fights that he truly won at 47, which is the unifications, he's going to find himself at 54 sooner than later anyway. And I think all the whispers about the Vergil Ortiz fight is going to, it's going to open up like a can of worms. So they saying this could be a doubleheader reportedly, possibly for early 2025, February 22nd in Riyadh season in Saudi Arabia. So you already know who got hands in on that. Now, check this. This is WBC interim junior middleweight champion Vergil Ortiz Jr.'s trainer, Robert Garcia, told Boxing Scene about a possible doubleheader. He said it would be an interesting fight card. So he's another one that, the trainer himself briefly discussed it. I can see that being a reality. Bam is making a lot of history, a lot of noise right now. He ain't got no way but up to go. Same thing with Boots Ennis. It's simple. You're going to fight Karen in a rematch in Philly. You're going to beat him. You're going to beat him. Probably stop him this trip. And then you're going to be back to square one trying to figure out what champions you can get in the ring. If you can't get none of these guys in the ring, I can see you up at 54 sooner than later. I said it the other day in the live. He's 54 bound, and we know that. His pops is acknowledging like it might be difficult. They can't get the champions. They moving up. They don't want to just sit around and just take fights just to take fights. They want fights that make sense. So, like I said, I've always said this. I can see Boots moving up, and I can see it being sooner than later. But that was also Robert Garcia speaking the Boxing Scene about this. So it ain't like they just, took it and made up their own stuff. They talked to Robert Garcia. But it's a twist to that, though, y'all. It's a twist to that. You know what I'm saying? It is a twist to that. It is a twist. So that's a fun fight right there. That's one we all want to see. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, I love them both too, Sheldon. I do too. And again, reported and possibility. And y'all know I'm a boxing junkie. I just love the conversation. I try not to, sometimes I try to get y'all away from all the narratives and the mentally draining conversation and just pure boxing, right? This right here, this type of card will be great. This will be an opportunity for Eddie Hearn to really be making the most with those young talents that he got. We know, it's a real challenge to get the people in there with Boots. Same deal with Shakur. You know what I mean? Now he got an injury. He'll be coming back. All things go his way. He should be back in February. You know what I mean? To rock out. But this fight, Riyadh season, doubleheader, I could see it happening. Don't sound like it's crazy. I could see them being a co-main to Boots and Vergil. But that's like wishful thinking. That's in a perfect world. That's if everything goes the way us boxing fans would want it to go. But why I said it's a twist, Mr. Empire, what it do, my guy, B Fighter was good. Big Bad Ortiz Jr.'s team look like they scared of Boots fight. Ace, what's good, family? All love, free Durkee, yo, man. Yeah, man. I hated seeing that news, man. Unfortunate. I'm always rooting for these dudes. Free it, man. Free little Dirk, man. But let's so check this out. The issue that I think you're gonna run into, right? Now, Vergil Ortiz, the fighter, I think he'll fight him if given the opportunity. I do. I think Vergil Ortiz believes in himself. I think he confident as hell. I think he'll fight. I think he will. The problem is, though, fighters be wanting one thing and then their teams be wanting something different, right? So we know this is pretty much the case with this as well. Now, why I say that, because although Vergil Ortiz discussing that doubleheader with boxing scene, I also do my reading, and I also seen this, came across this as well, y'all. So this already makes me think that, like, it's not Vergil. His team must think a certain way. You know what I'm saying? When bro said it looked like the team, it might be them. I don't know, because look, Vergil Ortiz Jr.'s manager. Guess what 2 fighters he want to fight? Guess. Take a wild guess, y'all. Guess what 2 fighters that Vergil Ortiz manager want for Vergil? And it's not Boots Ennis. Just take a guess, man. Take a damn guess at the 2 fights that he want for Vergil. He want, Robert Garcia. Right, Sheldon. Right. So it was Robert Garcia talking to the boxing scene about that being a possibility for 2025. You know what I'm saying? I could see it, but I could also see this more. Vergil Ortiz Jr. manager wants. Y'all ready? Errol Spence or Keith Thurman for Vergil. Not Boots Ennis. He wants Errol Spence or Keith Thurman for Verge. And when I hear that, you look at those 2, right, Akello, you get me. D1, my guy, what's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? Now you said Mortazaliev, not Bakram, though. That would have been good. I wouldn't have been mad at that. Bam, geriatric killer, Bam be smoking shit, don't he? Booger, my guy. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all smash like, but we're gonna cook a little bit on this topic, man. I thought this was a good fight, but that's where it's going. That's where it's going to line up at, show. And then not so much that they'll be easy, but if you look at them, family, we all know the history. What's the biggest issues with Keith Thurman and Errol Spence? What do they have in common? Injuries and inactivity. What's 2 of the biggest, contributors to killing a career or a fighter's worst nightmare? Inactivity and injuries. So when I hear Robert Garcia, the trainer, talk about the tougher guy in Boots Ennis, I feel like he's in there training them day to day. Like he really see where Vergil is. He said it before a while back in a video that, Boots would have to kill Vergil to beat him. You know what I'm saying? So he obviously believes in Vergil. And I'm not saying his team don't, but then when you hear what the manager wants, it's guys that have been inactive and or injured or both. And you must see him on a certain level to not even acknowledge Jaron Ennis. Like, we already cheated us out the fight at 47. We didn't get it for one reason or another. But y'all ain't gonna get to 54 and do this, man. Like, I get it, but how are y'all banking on fights where y'all don't even know where Errol Spence is gonna be at this point? Keith Thurman ain't at 54 yet. Look how inactive he is. Like, active and at the top of the game, those fights are good fights. But come on, man, like, make your fighter look a certain way, or you make it seem as if you don't have the confidence in your fighter that you should need. Like, why are you going after injured or inactive guys? I'm trying to understand. I get it. It would be like money fights, and I know it's all about money, so I gotta factor that in there. But nah, it's about time y'all. It's about time y'all address the elephant in the room with the Jaron Ennis smoke, bro. Ain't no just, nah, he ain't gonna get, once he get there, don't act like he ain't there. Don't do Vergil like that, because I know Vergil will get in there with anybody. I believe that. I believe he will, yo. I don't think a guy that fights the way he do is scary. You know what I mean? He getting in there to throw hands, bro. Vergil be getting in there to hurt some shit. So, man, but when I hear what the manager want, that gives me reason to believe that that's going to be a roadblock. The fighter is going, fighter wants smoke, I believe, but I think they're going to try to move him. Like, if they can get one of those fights and secure it before Boots, they'll take it because there are two names in the sport, both Thurman and Spence. And I think they could be potentially lucrative opportunities for them. So you can see why they would go that way. I ain't feel like they more winnable fighters because them dudes ain't where they once was at. You know what I mean? I'm busy, my guy. What it do, family? So yeah, they big fights. You got to consider all that. So I ain't tripping like, injured and on the couch. Right, so I ain't tripping on it because I get it. It's similar to Fundora rather fight Spence than Crawford because it's more money. It's still a name fighter, right? You know what I mean? Probably more winnable because of how he looked and where you think he's at this point. So it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, but man, I don't understand how they bank on fighters that they haven't seen in a while, right? Like you talking about two fighters that, Errol Spence, we get it, like his layoff and he going in another direction. He ain't going. You get what I'm saying? What you gonna do in the meantime, right? You just came off a tough fight with Sergey Bohachuk, and some people felt like Bohachuk beat him. You know what I'm saying? That was a war. That was a close fight. Vergil should be looking to like fight those young guys, man. Straight like that. Like you had 54. That's shark infested waters at the top. There's too much smoke to be talking about two guys that ain't there yet. Keith Thurman, we don't know when to expect him back in the ring. Errol Spence, we on standby with Errol. We waiting to see Errol get back in there. But Keith, out of sight, out of mind. We're keeping that. You get what I'm saying? Injuries, and activity on the couch, you name it. Like, nah, man. As a young, talented fighter like Vergil, I'm not saying don't pursue fights like that, but at least let them dudes get into the weight class and get a fight, and we see what they look like. Then call for them. But to call for them now, when there's so much other smoke, nah, man. You need to fight them young guys. That's gonna get you better. You know what I mean? That Bohachuk fight was tough as hell for Vergil. I think that was his toughest fight to date, hands down. You know what I'm saying? So, look, you got more work to do, man. Don't try to pick on the older vet, man. You know what I mean? The vets of the game. Go get one of them young, hungry lions. Go get you a Boots Ennis, man. You see what I'm saying? Jesse Bam Rodriguez is on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and fight who you supposed to fight. Shout out to the Queen, Melanin. How you feeling, Melanin Queen? Peace to you. Always good to see. Keep take body work. It's been proven. Errol's been off almost 18 months. Easy pickings. That's what he's trying to do. You know what's funny, Shelton? For as bad as people think Keith Thurman's body is, the interesting thing, he never been down with a body shot or knocked out to the body. It's crazy, right? I think he's susceptible to getting hurt with body shots for sure, though. But I think his body's a little better than what people think because you ain't been able to get him yet. But he definitely, that's an area of concern for sure. You trust me, I agree with you. But I think his body's a little bit better than people realize. But it's still, if it's anything you worried about, you'll be worried about his body more than his chin. You got a pretty decent beard. You can take a good shot, but that body, man, and then you got to think the age, slowing down, inactivity, things like that. But Keith Thurman is very, very smart. He still got good legs, I think, even at this point. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy. Ant McQueen, the professor. Yes, he does. Spit that mouthpiece out. He don't care. Get on that good foot. Get the galloping around that ring. You like, you won't get me. You know what I mean? And I seen that last fight of Vergil. Vergil might walk into an ass with messing with Errol. He's walking into some crazy shit his last fight. Yeah, he was walking into some shots. He's walking into some real shots. Pick the wrong one, you're gonna get got. right. Use his legs to buy time. He absolutely do. So look, y'all, man, I know this ain't etched in stone, and I know a lot of times people want the news and y'all want it to be etched in stone. But I do love conversations that consist of just pure good boxing matches, and this will be one. And it'll be a double header, y'all. We talking about Bam Rodriguez versus Chocolatito. Bam be stepping on shit. You talking about Vergil Ortiz and Boots Ennis finally. 54. Take my money. You hear me? Take my money for that. Take my money for that, John. Why they say in Philly, John? Take my money for them, Johns. Take my money, man. Yeah, those are fights that I would definitely want to see. Definitely. Banks, my guy, what's good with the family? How you feeling? Howdy, brother. Good, brother. So yeah, man. We heard before, while he was still at 47, you heard them say how many months they needed to be ready for Boots. Shit, I think they up. I think that time is about up. I think they about ready to fight now. They should be about ready. Vergil low key got some solid names on his resume. He really do. So some say he got better resume than Boots too. So look, man, I'm to the point where I feel like it ain't a matter of just being ready. Is it do you want to fight? Because if you ain't ready now, you ain't gonna be ready. Like there's no boot sentences at 54. There ain't no special fight that's gonna just truly get you prepared like that. You just gonna have to go out there and see what he got when you get in there. And the same for him. Vergil, I think, would be definitely the toughest and strongest guy that Boots would have had gotten a ring with if this fight would have come to fruition. So it's not one that it's not one I'm up against. I want to see it. I want to see this joint. Man, I'm telling you, looking good, bro. Allen, my guy, what's good with it, bro? Yeah, Vergil beats them both. Oh, Spence and Thurman. Yeah, I mean, just so many unknowns. You get what I'm saying? Just so many unknowns. Just don't know what to think Keith Thurman is and what exactly he got left in the tank, on how much tread either guy got left on the tire. Tough fights for both, man, but just assuming that Spence's return is somewhat something that we consider to be normal, closer to himself, it's gonna always be a tough scrap. But right now, you probably get an edge to the younger, fresher guy. With these dudes having so much inactivity, the mileage, the wear and tear, that shit is real, man. So I don't know, but the fact that his manager is thinking about them, that kind of tells you where he kind of feel like Vergil is without saying it. Like you must don't like. I don't see how Boots ain't the name y'all dying to call out, especially with people keep trying to say he hype. Somebody got to show me that Boots is hype. They should have been wanting to prove that point. Vergil waiting to see what Bug gonna do. Vergil definitely not beating Boots. Yeah, I busy. My guy was good, fan. Yeah. Look. I think they have both challenged each other. I really do. I think Vergil brings a pressure with some IQ behind it, right? He's just not like a mindless brute or a zombie. But after seeing, his first fight, his first fight, after seeing his last fight, Richard Paz, what did it do, my guy? How you feeling? After seeing his last fight, I see those defensive lapses. I see the holes. Connor be throwing everything at the same speed. He'll be switching up the speed on the shots. He's not nearly as athletic as Boots or as creative either. You know what I'm saying? But still very dangerous, very strong, come forward guy. He could really hurt you in there. I want to see the fight. I don't know. It'll be a great test for both because they both got firepower that can get you out of there. Boots don't want to be on the receiving end of them Vergil Ortiz right hands. That man can crack. He really can crack. So, but I just think Boots, all around, just more athletic, more rounded. Just more sound fighter, more polished. He can do more, He can really do more, mix it up. And I think something that was going to get Vergil in trouble is the fact that it's not that he's loading up, but he throw everything hard. So it's like he throw fastballs for the whole fight. You get what I'm saying? You got to change the speed up. You got to think. Look at the way Boychuk was able to time him in between those shots. He was catching them. Now Boots being sharp, quick, fast, athletic, fast hands, punch good with both hands. He catching you in between them shots. And I ain't saying like Boychuk couldn't have got you out of there, but Boots bring a slightly different element with that level of athleticism, them quick twitch muscles, and being able to catch you with shots that you truly don't see. So that's an interesting fight, man. Because like I said, Vergil only know one way, and that's going forward. You know what I mean? Virgil's looking to hurt you. He's looking to hurt you. Boots is looking to break you and hurt you while he doing it. You get me? So they both got the same goal in mind. They trying to get you out of there. They both know how to punch through the target. Very young, strong, talented young guys. It'll be a bang out for as long as it lasts, man. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go the distance because both guys tough, I believe, with a good enough beards not to get knocked out. But I wouldn't be surprised not one bit if it ends in a knockout. That's must-see TV. Shit, man, Vergil was standing toe-to-toe and try to brawl, and that might get him hurt, you know? TD Sports Talk, my guy. How you feeling, bro? What's good with it, man? Vergil is also used 154 now. Yeah, and that's a great point, OG Blaze. That's a great point. The fact that he is a little more established there, more comfortable. He, to some degree, he should have had acclimated at the weight, right? Where Boots is still be getting used to it. So you're right. Right. So that, like I said, in a perfect world, yeah, they fight when Boots get to 54. But I wouldn't think that would be the first fight for him. You know what I'm saying? Not to no fault to theirs, but again, when you hear the manager talking about what he want and the trainer talking about what he'd like, they're on two different sides of the coin. But I don't know. I can see him, you know, especially if Errol Spence return to form. So I could see him trying to get him or Keith Thurman, something like that first. I could see that. Hope Vergil tighten up, but he got to. Tay, the real queen of MMA. How you feeling, Queen? Always good to see you. Happy Friday to you, Queen. And salute to the family. I punched that like button out. Vergil versus Murtazaliev. That's all those fights are good. Bakram is legit. He gonna make great fights moving forward. I believe he gonna make great fights moving forward. We're gonna see though. But overall, yeah, I like this Jaron Ennis and this Vergil smoke, man. It was supposed to happen at 47, but 54, I'll take it. Both guys still undefeated. Look like they're at the top of their game. Vergil seems to got, you know, that rhabdo under control. And look, let's see it, man. The sooner the better. I hope we can get it in 2025. More importantly, if it's a double header, that's great for boxing, bro. To see both of these dudes on the same card to be good. You know what I mean? Especially you throw Bam in there as a co-main, get them ready for Boots. Gotta like it. We gotta love it. So let's see, man. Let's see. Riyadh season. Let's see if they could let's see if Riyadh season could pull it off. But like I said, Vergil's manager wants Keith Thurman or Errol Spence. And it's not an option. Nah, so we'll see. We will see. But yeah, I'm not itching to see him fight two guys that ain't been in the ring. Shit, I'd rather see them fight each other at this point. At this point, oddly enough, I thought Vergil showed more layers in his last fight. Application would be the utmost importance for him moving forward. 100%. 100%. 100% I agree. Did Vergil make the 154 limit in his last fight? Matter of fact, that's a good point. Kello, hold on. That's a good point. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, it says 153 3/4 pounds. Yeah, he made it. I believe it did. That's what at least it says it there. So I would think that he did. Yeah, no. Yeah, dig me. Shout out to my brother, man, Allen, man, supporting the grind, man, with the 5-piece and the cash shot. Much love to my guy, man.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
We appreciate that support, family. Yeah, but for that fighting that catchweight, yeah, the other two was Von. The other two was more the catchweight fights, but you can see why. You can see why though, because they wasn't for no titles or nothing, and they was allowing him to acclimate to the weight class while kind of testing his health at the same time. So you know that title fight, of course, with the title being on the line, he was gonna have to make the weight limit. So yeah, 153 3/4 pounds. Shout out to my guy Kello. Yeah. All facts, OG. All facts. All facts. For sure. Casanova, shout out to you, bro. They be lazy and Vergil was having problems. Yeah, man. Vergil, maybe moving up was the fix all along, you know? Maybe it was the fix all along, man. Y'all punch that like button out, sub to the channel, turn the notifications on. Let's build, color the chat, all that stuff. Give me 2 seconds, family. Let me go grab me some agua or a beverage, preferably a beverage, but I wanted to play some real quick. Hey, man, did y'all see the video of Coach Calvin beating up the trash talker in sparring? Check it out if y'all didn't. We're going to talk about that, Casanova. We're going to talk about it. Check out Coach Calvin.
Did I get a knockout, Coach?
So he was talking trash.
It's about to go down.
You waiting to get hit?
It's about to go down.
Oh! Get out that corner. Get out that corner. Oh, that would have been an 8 count. I'd have gave him an 8 count on that one. Man, if you don't really punch at his ass, look, you're leaving the body open. Not you, Calvin. I was telling him. I was talking to him, Calvin, not you. Calvin looked over here like, what?
Coach was letting them things fly.
Weather that storm, young man. Weather that storm.
Actually, Carlo, that's
Don't
the first
tuck
thing
your
I
head.
thought. No head here.
That's an old man you in there fighting, yo.
Right, girl.
Oh, shit, he gassed out now.
Ain't no what the coach is applying pressure on the man.
See, he was talking shit. Okay, I like
Right,
that. Do that again.
Shout out to my brother,
Get out that corner, though, young man. Calvin trying to walk his ass down. Oh!
Coach in there walking him down. So stupid. Coach done took the fight out that youngin', man. I feel like that's always dope to see, man. That man stand in shape like that at his age, man. Stand. He said, "Now that's Bill Fist." Yeah, punching his ass, man. Calvin doing the GTD high guard. I'm telling you, see Tank get it from. Walk him down, Tank. When can we expect Eddie to get our American fighters to receive the significant matches that the boxing world has been eagerly anticipating? I think right now, Mr. Empire, with the talent that he got, it's a perfect opportunity for him to try to capitalize on what it is that he do got, right? The talents that he do got. Shit, we expect him to do it as these fights unfold, right? We seen the first go round with Boots. It didn't work out. Yeah, he ain't throw Ray. Well, he really ain't really want nothing to Calvin, man. He was trying to survive. Coach had him in survival mode, in Mexican style. Coach did Mexican style. Shout out to Carol Cooley for sending me that, man. You know I'm gonna play. You know I'm the clip king. I'm gonna play it. I'm telling you, man. You say he fights Schofield Senior. You stupid, yo. He said that's what he thought it was. Papa Schofield. Nah, but yeah, back to Mr. Empire. Yeah, your question, bro. I think we waiting on it now. We patiently waiting on it because look, some people feel like Boots is just nothing more than a Demetrius Andre 2.0 type of situation. I feel like he got with Eddie Hearn at a much different time. I feel like 3 fights is like, trial and error. You see what worked and what didn't work, right? And I think after 3 fights, you have an opportunity to decide whether or not you want to continue doing business with him, or you should, go see if the grass green on the other side. So I feel like with these talents that he got, the Shakurs and the Boots, he gotta make something shake. You know, February, all eyes is gonna be on him to see if he can make sure that he could deliver. And again, it's not all his fault if fights don't happen, right? But the end story is gonna read Eddie Hearn got these talents and he wasn't able to do nothing with them. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not it's his fault, it don't even matter, but it's gonna look that way. Tell them young boys, 3 minutes, a long time. It definitely is. It definitely is. Shit, 60 seconds, Rick, for people especially that ain't in shape. It's time to show the class the teacher know his stuff. You know it, man. I thought that was cool to see that he's still in shape like that, out there shaking loose with the youngins. You know, shaking loose with the youngins. But so yeah, y'all. Before we move on to you know, the tank portion, man, and about the rumors and stuff, I truly hope that this fight does happen in 2025. I hope both of these fights happen. I hope this card, they can pull this off. I mean, with Turkey in the mix, I feel like it's possible, right? But all parties involved got to want that. And right off the bat, the same, you know, in one breath, they talking about Boots fighting Vergil, but in the next breath, they talking about two older guys and both Spence and Keith Thurman fighting them. So you got to keep that in mind. If they got an opportunity to take what would look like on paper a softer touch and make more money, they definitely gonna do it because it's boxing and they prize fighters. So you could expect that to come to fruition if either of those fights were to present themselves first. Definitely. You already hear from the manager. You already know what they hitting for. Vergil not fighting Boots. Boychuk just put hands on Vergil. Yeah, Robert Garcia was discussing it with Boxing Scene, right? In a double header with Bam and Chocolatito, but I can see that fight happening too. But as far as Vergil and Boots, it definitely won't be next. It won't be the first fight he take in 2025, that's for sure. But again, you hear his manager talking about Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. So you already know where they kind of thinking that. You know what I mean? They rather get him an older vet, ex-champion or something like that, than put him in there with a young, fresh, hungry Boots Ennis. And I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to look to get him other fights. I don't think Boots is going to be a top option right off the bat. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Boychuk fight, they seen some things, and I think they don't want to move too fast with Vergil. He in shark infested waters at 54. There's only so many light touches that you really can take being in the position he in, because he was supposed to get a title at 47. You let them tell it, right? So he ain't get one there. So he definitely gonna have to put himself in position at 54. It ain't too many light touches. You know what I'm saying? So you can talk about two guys that ain't at the weight class yet all you want, but it's gonna be some sharks waiting to get hands on them, especially after seeing that Boychuk fight and seeing them get dropped twice, getting touched. Yeah, people gonna want to fight him. They gonna want to fight, and 54 really mix it up. So that's the good thing. That's all. I just want to see them do exactly what they've been doing. Keep mixing it up. Keep making these fights. And when Boots get to 54, it's gonna literally be on fire. I don't want to hear nothing. I just want to see these fights, man. Fighting all the guys past their primes, but I think it's the way boxing go though, Tay. It's the way boxing is. You know, out with the old and with the new, right? You gotta respect the challenges, because he'll fight any and everybody, right? You know it. You know this. You just fought a young undefeated Sonny Edwards, and he polished him off. You know what I'm saying? So I like Bam. I like what he's doing. I like that he had knock off these older champions and get him out the way. It's a lot of, you know what I mean? He building a hell of a resume, putting these dudes on his resume before they go out. I think so. So Chocolatito will be another victim. I just don't see too many cases where he beat a young, hungry Bam Rodriguez right now. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, though. It'd be interesting to see. Chocolatito been around. He's been around for a minute, so I mean, anything is possible. But I lean towards Bam for sure in that fight. I think Bam would dust him off. I think he them older ex-champions, he taking them dudes out. Baby do got tiring me out. Shout out to Mark West. What's good with it, bro? Bob Crime isn't slick to me. Nope. But he is fat. Yeah, he got fast hands and good combinations. Will be a problem for him. Tim, but I didn't think Tim would lose yet. Tim got dusted, bro. Bam and Junto. Man, that'd be a good fight. They're talking about Junto and Inoue. But him and Bam got a real good chance at beating all these dudes because he's fundamentally and technically sound, man. He really smart. He got really good feet, too. And or his team. It's great timing and matchmaking skills. Yeah. Some of both. Rick. Some of both. You know, timing is very important in boxing. Is key, as a matter of fact. TD said Bam and Junto is a banger. Absolutely. Absolutely it is. Shit, Junto was going to fight Monster Inoue's brother if he would have won. Now I think that fight might be dead because Monster Inoue told Junto to fight his brother first and he'll fight him. But his brother took the loss. So I don't know if he's going to fight him now. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'm just about to ask you that. What's that? Bam and Junto, man. Hell yeah, man. That would be a great fight. Bam Rodriguez is the goods, man. He really got a special talent, special young talent. Boxing hacker, what it do, fam? I think since Inoue brother lost and Junto was supposed to fight his brother first. He set the big fight in April here. Yeah, they said Inoue still won it, but who knows? Yeah, I think long as the parties involved want to fight, it'll happen. Shit, it should. That just means Junto skips the line if it's not a bad look for Monster. Yeah, it shouldn't be. 704 Joe, what's good with it, fam? Because Junto's still winning. And he shouldn't have had to necessarily beat his brother to get that fight. Shit, your brother lost, so ain't no need to fight him. Skip the line and go right to the Monster. It do happen in April. Junto about to live up and fight a tune-up at 122 in December, too. Yeah, Junto is nice. Feel like Bam only getting better. Yeah, each fight, man, Bam is improving, man. He just continue to be impressive, bro. He know how to put them performances together, man. He's smart, young talent. Robert Garcia got him a little jewel with Bam Rodriguez. He the goods for sure. Say Naoa said he fighting in the U.S. in 2025. Yeah, that did they say Vegas? I think they said Vegas in 2025. I think they said Vegas, but wasn't he supposed to be fighting Sam Goodman or something like that? I think ain't you getting sued or something? Trying to take in the court something. Said Kurt Tony, I'm taking over shit. Not yet. Right in the States more often. Yeah, because he know that's where it's at. The real Infinite was good with it, fam. And versus Monster would be crazy. Yeah, man, them little guys is nice. They amongst the best of the little guys. The Inoues, the Juntos, Bam. All them dudes, very talented. Yeah, Sam Goodman. I think somebody was trying to take him to court or something like that for the fight. For him taking that fight, something like that. I forgot who. Because I don't really think too much going to come of it. He going to fight who he going to fight. And that's probably going to be it. Sam Goodman can't beat no Monster Inoue, though. That's not a fight I'm looking forward to. He can't beat him. He just don't got it. You know what I'm saying, TD? He know we like him. Little dude be scrapping. Little guy really can fight, man. He really like that, man. So look, y'all, to 2025 Riyadh season, February, they even threw out a date, man. His dates are always sketchy, but 2025 sounds realistic. But let's see if they can pull this off. We still got things that got to take place for this fight to even happen. For one, Boots got to move up from 47 to 54. He got to abort mission of undisputed at 47 and jump up to 54. That's number one. And then they got to make sure that the guy in Vergil and his team is completely on board with making that fight happen next, because again, they already talking about fighting some older vets, and I would think to get him some more experience and keep him undefeated for a while, because again, throwing him in there with Boots is the bigger gamble as there is at this point at 54. Even with him just, not even being in the division, that'd be a risky fight for Vergil, one that he definitely could lose. So we'll see if that's where they go in 2025 at all. But like I said, I don't anticipate it being his next fight at all. Maybe some point late in the year or something, possibly, but I wouldn't even be surprised if it didn't happen at all. Junto starting to chatter toward anyway territory, right? Running out of opponents where he's at a fight. Yeah. They're already talking about it. Yeah, they've been holding it down. I believe Junto training in the U.S. and go back to Japan. Junto's nice, man. Hell of a talent, that them little guys holding it down in a big way. My bad, John. The Vergil not fighting Boots unless he has to. Yeah, I just don't see it either, TD. I would, it's good to talk about, but I think, when you hear you hear Robert saying one thing, you hear the manager saying another, you know how that could go. So my thing is, unless Boots gets to 54 and has a title or something, or if it's just no other fight for him to make, I don't think we see it, And I'm an optimistic dude, but I just feel like that's the way they're going to play it. They're not going to really visit that beast that is Boots Ennis until they have to. And I think in the meantime, they'll be looking to do other stuff like fight older champions or guys that's probably on their way out. And I hate that fully, because I would rather see Vergil just, fight these younger, fresher guys, because, you seen him fight a younger, fresher dude in Boachuk, and you see how tough that fight was for him. It, that shit could have went either way. So I think you build on that by continuing to fight the fresh talent in the division instead of fighting or potentially waiting for two guys that's not even in the division yet that been out the ring. Like, there's no telling that you're going to fight them, and it damn sure ain't going to be next. So I could really understand why he would want to fight a Spence, especially Cowboy Stadium, something like that. Texas, like, I could see that, but I don't know. Keith Thurman, I don't see that. I definitely don't see that. So although his manager threw Keith Thurman's name out there, I damn sure don't see him fighting Keith Thurman. That's definitely no. Keith Thurman gonna want to get paid. So I just don't like the focus that you banking on two guys that not only ain't in the division yet, both been out the ring for a substantial amount of time and has been dealing with a number of different injuries. I mean, Keith Thurman, especially, man, all them different injuries and nicks he been getting. So I don't see neither of those fights happening soon. The money guys who can get your highest payday by far with Boots. Vergil might fight him. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, because it's gonna be tough to beat the money guy, if you can't get the right dance partners, right? That's gonna be the tough part. But I do like what they building over there with Boots in Philly. I like that, and I like the fact that Eddie Hearn pulled some strings to make sure that the fight happened in Philly and not in Germany or whatever they was talking about, because that was silly. That would have been a bad look. Who was taking peers in boxing? Comparing them to EJT, Terrence Crawford, and Canelo. Hell nah. Ace, they too old. You know who his peers is? The Devin Haney's, the Shakurs, Tio Ryan. Like, that's all Tank, That's his peers. The Hitchens, all them around there, around that But nah, hell no. Errol Spence turned pro in 2012 and Terrence Crawford in 2008. They're not even in the same class of fighter shit. Boots is more so in the same class of being in there with Tank and EJ, Bud, and Canelo. Karen 2, Cobbs, Karen 3 via rematch. Like, what are we doing here with Boots' career? What I think is going to happen is he going to fight Karen. I think they're going to look to try to secure unification, possibly with Brian Norman again. If, everything is still the way it is, he still has the title when that time comes. I think that's what they'll do. Or better yet, try to make it with one of the champions. If he's unable to get another champion in the ring with him after he fights Karen for the second time, I don't see them sticking around at 47. I see them going to 54. And now this matchup that Robert Garcia was discussing with the boxing scene is more of a thing now. Now it becomes more of a reality. You get me? So that's what I think is going to happen with Boots. He's 54 bound. You hear his pops acknowledging now the difficulty to even get those other champions or unification fights. And he said, yo, we can't do that. We're going to 54. Going to 54. So again, man, my overall thoughts is I think 54 is waiting for Boots. I think that's going to be one of the best moves for him. I know it's unfortunate that he didn't get a chance to really chase down all the belts and be undisputed, because I think politics is going to weigh too heavily for him to collect the rest of those belts. He got to collect 3 more belts. I could see him possibly being to get one champion in the ring, and that's possibly, right? But I don't see him being able to get the rest. I just don't see it. It's gonna be tough. I don't know. Maybe if you can get one of those champions in the ring and you win. Now you got 2 belts. Maybe it's worth somebody taking a risk to fight you, but all that stuff is risky, man. Because it like I said, it appears that you're obviously gonna have to overpay or something to get these guys in there with Boots, or you're gonna have to move up. And the good thing at 54, unless something switch up, they all fight each other. Dudes at 54 don't seem to be hesitant like that to fight. They'll mix it up, and that's why you see, guys taking losses with these different matchups. You know what I'm saying? 54 is the kind of weight class, the kind of division where a favorite could lose, and it wouldn't be crazy. A favorite could lose. Like, you can go into the fight, somebody being a favorite, and you could lose to the other guy and it not even look crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's how competitive 54 is at the top. Got to hear some names we want to see to get in there with Boots. Yeah, that's the tough part. BN Boxing News, my guy. What's good with it, BN? 1:21 a.m. Just check in. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Man, enjoy, man. Enjoy. And safe travels, bro. That's why I think we at with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think his best bet, some kind of way after this fight, if his still hope for him at 47, his absolute best bet, he has to be to get a champion in the ring with him in his very next fight after Karen. And then you beat that guy, whoever it may be. Now you're unified. You have 2 titles. Now maybe the other guys that's holding titles will want to risk it. You get what I'm saying? Possibly. And that's not even for sure. So just got to see. Yeah, I don't think he being forced out, but I think it's his situation, Mr. Empire, where it's like, how much time could you spend pursuing something if you can't make no leeway towards the goal, right? Like if it was based on talent and just us seeing the champions fight, he'd be getting these fights, but we already know these dudes got to get paid. We heard it from Barrio's trainer talking about, hey, man, you got to get paid to fight Boots. So we know what it is. That shit ain't going to change. And I think the only factor that might influence these dudes to get in there is him maybe having another belt. But for that to be the case, you got to get one of them other dudes in there with him first. And that shit just not going to be easy. Dude, and I think to a degree, not only the fighters are definitely the teams of these fighters, they look at Boots Ennis and the fighter that he is and think about it, y'all. They hear the same stuff we hear. They know his goal is to be undisputed. So I think when he come knocking on dude's door, they trying to get paid, if you get what I'm saying. They trying to get paid. They don't want to You get what I'm saying? I think they look at that belt and they gonna try to leverage it the best way they could, and they might even be willing to miss out on the opportunity trying to leverage that belt. Let's see if these dudes overplay their hand after he fight Karen. I'm saying I ain't trying to overlook Karen for him, but I don't see no scenario where Karen beats Jaron Ennis. So go out there and beat him. He definitely Eddie Hearn got to be right on the ball. He got to get on the ball. He got to be right there facilitating these moves and getting them in position to be a unified champion. Anything else is a waste of his time. It's not no other fight that he can fight of a titleless person at 47 that makes sense. It's not going to make no sense. So it's unification or bust after this. Get this mandatory out the way, and you see what Eddie can make shape. Hopefully everything is up on the up and up with Brian Norman, and you can revisit that, make that fight, you know? He said, so signing with Eddie and going to 154 is going to solve the problem. I think part of the issue in terms of getting people in there with him, Mr. Empire, I think that changes a bit at 54. Bigger guys, right? I think, like, we just look at the landscape at 54 is heavy at the top, right? I think those dudes is willing to fight each other. That's one thing about 54 that we know. They willing to mix it up, right? Charlo was able to chase some greatness of his own, right? And he's still the man to beat to a degree there. But I think that would fix part of the problem because the fighters are so much, it seems that way anyway to me. I don't know if it seemed like that to y'all. 54 seemed like they more willing to mix it up. So that's, with that being the case, maybe that fixes part of the problem for him. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see, man. Eddie got his work cut out for him. I mean, he wanted these talents, so he got to have a plan. He got to have something that he can do with these guys, you know? That's just how I see it. I don't see it being no other way. That's what it's going to come down to. Are you willing to pay that extra to get these dudes in the ring? If not, 54 is where you're going to be sooner than later. Watch. Arnaldo, what it do? Ennis at 154 will get problems to a lot of fighters, I think. Absolutely. Absolutely. And he'll make the division that much better. You know what I mean? He'll make the division that much better. That it immediately goes from you know, hot, how it's been a hot division, how it is now, to just being completely on fire, I believe, because the matchups, there's so many matchups. Could you imagine Boots against anybody at 54 that's the top guy? You name them. Just think about anybody. And you got you a great fight. So, like I said, as long as that mentality that's been existing at 54 stay the same, then we should be able to get these fights. That's what I think the difference is. 47, you already know, man. Like, it went from being one of the hottest divisions to, like, I don't know. It just ain't the same. You know what I mean? The guys that hold the titles just don't seem like they're as willing to make the fights as Errol Spence was, you know what I mean, as the champion. So, says you'll go with Ennis against Crawford. I mean, look, it's quite a few people that would go with Ennis over Crawford. For me, I'm a little torn on that one. I like that experience, the craftiness of Crawford, the IQ. He definitely have his work cut out for him, but they both would, you know. Who's going to come out on top in this deep division? Yeah, that's the question, man. Because once Boots get there, and this is the thing. For me, like, if you just say he goes there after this fight because he can't get the rest of the champions in there, there's nobody. Like, everybody going to get tested at 54. I don't think nobody runs the table without no resistance. If you get what I'm saying. Absolutely, Gertz. Absolutely. 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 Could you imagine it? Could you imagine a Super 6? Bro, at 54? Bro, man. Could you imagine it? So, we'll see, man. We'll see. I think it'll be a great idea, man. But who knows? But even without it, I think we still can see these matchups that need to happen. 54 too talent rich for anything less. They gotta give us what we want, man. You feel me? Yeah, they get me. They got to give us what we want, man. They gotta give us what we want, B. So let's see, man. I'm really hoping that they can pull a card off like this. Riyadh season, February 2022. I mean, February 22nd next year. I don't care so much about the date, but if they can put a card like this together at all at any point next year, take my money. I'm all for it, man. So let's see it, man. Because again, I think that's a great challenge for both guys, for both young guys. Rude exposure, my guy. Vergil Ortiz, like I don't think he'll run into another fighter that'll test him the way Boots will, in the exact ways he will, and I think very similar for Vergil Ortiz on the other side, testing Boots, right? He'd be a great test for Boots. I think he's a better fighter than Roman Villa. I think he's tougher. I think he's I think he got more heart, got more dog. Vergil's a dog. You really do gotta beat him down. And you seen that with the Chuck fight. That dude just keep coming. So you gotta really beat his ass. But we seen Boots. If you keep coming, he gonna keep delivering. So it's a fight that has to happen. I think it's a 50-50 joint. But, I lean towards Boots. But who knows? Because, like I said, he is probably going to need his time to acclimate to the weight class as well. Because Vergil has been more established there. So we'll see. But let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's keep rolling, man. Let's keep rolling. This won't be the longest live today. But so let's talk about this Tank versus Roach stuff that been going on. Been being discussed. It's been being thrown out there. And, Dan Rayfield's a guy that's been pretty credible, pretty solid when it comes to his information. He's, especially when it's been pertaining to this situation, he's been pretty accurate. But he's saying he's been told by 3 sources involved in the event there's a good chance Tank and Roach won't happen on December 14, as announced on PBC's social platforms and by the fighters. Said venue issue may be reason. I'm told said it might happen as planned, but unclear. One deemed it 50-50, could get pushed to early 2025. So, shout out to Dan Rayfield. What I'm hearing about this is it's not official just yet, but it's a good possibility that this fight could be getting pushed back to January, possibly. And it could be possibly changing the venue or the location as well. So just got to wait and see. It's still early, but this is what's going on. And of course, it's a number of different reasons why people feel like this is happening. Like I said, man, I'm about to play this video from this guy. I don't know. I feel like he's a known PBC hater. I mean, that's what people, that's what I've heard people refer to him as. He's always got the inside scoop on PBC. I mean, he's been on record for years saying that the PBC is going broke. He was saying that, pretty much saying they done in this video. He was saying, what was he saying, man? I'm gonna play it, but he was saying he's been trying to tell people or something to that effect, and that they done, and what else? Oh, there's no money. I think he said there's no money. They don't have money for Tank or something like that. Something to that effect. But I'm gonna play it, man. I'm gonna try to play it through. We're gonna listen to this, man, and I see what he had to say. This is Fred from Barbershop Conversations, man. He had a interesting spill on what's going on. TS never been a big name like Zoo. Bachram just to throw on the Titan at 54 height. Really? If it gets pushed back, don't fight him. Boots will never be undisputed at 147 as long as Brian Norman. The IRS champions there. You stupid, man. B-Dog was good with it, bro. Spence did at the Zoo. The boxing world would be shook. Yeah, man. He'd wake up a lot of people if he had that kind of performance against the Tim Zoo. We're just going to have to wait and see what EJ can do when he bounces back, bro. Tony Harrison will be the lineal champ. Jamel. Not too easy. All right, man. So let's hear what Fred had to say, man. And Like I said, I've been hearing this. I'm hearing the possibility it could be for January, even potentially in DC. So who knows, man? Nothing is etched in stone just yet. If I hear any more confirmation, I'll be sure to bring it to y'all and let y'all know. But let's play this and let's see what Buddy had to say about this situation.
If I make it here, I'll make it anywhere. It's all me.
I understood, B-Dog, and we probably on the same type of time, but I just thought out for conversation purposes, throw this out there, because not only did I hear it from this person, I've heard it a couple of times, but like I said, I just don't. I take the PBC news with a grain of salt. That's what I've been hearing, B-Dog. Same thing I've been hearing. So we on the same page, but we gonna play this just to hear. Yeah, interesting take nonetheless. But this is the type of stuff that comes out when we talking about Tank Davis, right? People will come up with the wildest stuff. And I ain't saying he wrong, I ain't saying he right, but I hear the strangest things when it's time for him to fight. I think Boots is gonna be on the outside watching everyone else go for undisputed at 54. Nothing's changed. He's too risky and not a big money. I don't know. I mean, look, there's always that possibility, but I think those dudes fight more, and I think that might change the situation. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but I think they mix it up more at 54. Tony Harrison chin is soft. Zach B was good with it. Said the fight wasn't going to happen. All that hate from the social media, I don't believe it. To Tank Lamont's team, I don't believe it. Barbershop super hated for sure, but it's not that it's not going to happen. It's a possibility that it could be getting pushed back and not happening on December 14th with a possible change in location. But we'll see. We'll see. Big Soldier was good with it, man. I don't know, man. You'll have to name me the bums that Tank fought fighting. I don't think he fighting bums. I don't call fighters bums, but I definitely don't think he fighting bums. I don't think you can call Lamont Roach a bum. If we had a point in boxing where we just call world champions bums, I don't know. That's tough. But let's play this, man.
Yankees, Dodgers World Series. The world is at a standstill. It's like, for those of you who don't know, love baseball. It's like Lakers versus Celtics. College football. It's like Michigan, Ohio State. It don't get any better than this. So, yeah, man.
Facts and facts. Falling asleep at the wheel.
World Series. Speaking of belts, speaking of championships, Tank ain't got no money, man. Tank ain't didn't y'all uninvite me to the cookout? Y'all uninvited me to the kickout. Well, Tank can't afford ships.
Roger, what's good, bro?
Tank ain't got no money, man. Tank ain't didn't y'all uninvite me to the cookout? Y'all uninvited me to the kickout. Well, Tank can't afford the cookout. Neither can you broke boxing fans. You broke, obese, cellulitic, arthritic, high blood pressure, hypertension.
That's why I ain't playing it. I ain't screen sharing.
Baby mama, baby daddy. Get y'all. See, when you listen to people who just make you feel good, y'all listen to people who just give you talking points to get excited about. When you hear the truth, you're like, oh, no. I told you PBC was over.
Said PBC is over.
I told you that to the date. I told you summer 2023, which was last year, right? 2024, yeah. I told you to the date. I told you Showtime was out of here. Steven Espinoza lying to y'all because it felt good. You still got diabetes.
I don't know how. I don't know. Everybody different. I damn sure ain't gonna joke about nobody having diabetes. Look, I don't know what the PBC wars be about and the network banging be about, but that's Fred Tay barbershop conversations. But I've been hearing that PBC was going out of business and was done since it started. And If you say shit enough, man, people just hoping that one of the years you're gonna be right. That's what it seemed like with the PBC. It's almost like when a person say they team gonna win the Super Bowl or a championship, right? You say that shit every year. Maybe one of them years you might be right. That's the kind of feel I get when people be saying the PBC is done. Not saying they ain't got no issues and anything can happen, right? It's boxing, but I take it with a grain of salt because I've been hearing it for so long. So it's like, at what year do you finally be right? And if you're not right after this year, then I think you should just give it up. You know what I'm saying? I think let's give it up.
Sugar free, you still got diabetes. You eating sugar free, you drinking sugar free. Nah, you actually eating sugar free Kool-Aid. You eat macaroni and cheese with every meal. See, these are the people that you're talking to on the internet. Y'all don't want to listen to a man who's a successful businessman. Y'all listening to a man you've never heard speak. Y'all listen to people that speak for him. Well, where that $200 and $300 million bill Tank Davis had? I told you it was cap. Leonard Ellaby, cap. Leonard Ellaby ain't got a job right now. Who Leonard Ellaby work for? Who he work for? I got to speak in Ebonics. Who he work for? If you see a union member, you better thank a union member. Because I don't have hot sauce in my bag and you're not black if you don't believe in barbershop conversations. Mm-hmm. See, because I don't give you the rhetoric.
Yeah, it be network banging, Tay. Like, they be, like, I never understood what the personal problems be with boxing fans and specific networks. They be having, like, favorite networks versus the rest of them and stuff. Like, what? Man, like, any network that's going to put on the fight that I want to watch, bro. I think that's weird that, like, you know, that's split up the net. Like, they already all need to be working together as it is, man. I'm not going to add to the confusion by, you know, putting one on a pedestal and then tearing one down. Every network or promotional company, what should I say, done had some type of issues. It's not everything ain't going to be great. That's just business in and of itself. But to have the sustainability that they've had, you know, as far as the PBC, while being told that they constantly, you know, failing, it's just weird. It's weird to constantly hear that and to see them constantly be in a space where they're putting on fights now. They could be going through some issues, but I don't see how that could be good. I don't see how you can take pride in somebody not doing well. It's just a weird mentality to me. I want to see people win. So I just think differently. I ain't got personals with nobody. Just want to see boxing win. And I want to see these fighters win. But he was saying a lot of little stuff in this one. Al is a successful businessman. He went to a great business school, right? Dude used to be pretty objective. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Fred from Barbershop Conversations, Mr. Empire.
How you doing? I don't give you. I'm at the charging station. And you know, but I'm the biggest winner.
True culture, what up?
You literally
Fresh Baker, what it do, fam? The biggest loser.
Had to set my charging limit.
Right, Rosa. I keep hearing that. I've been hearing that for some years, too.
So what you gonna do now? Al Heyman. Listen, Al Heyman. Man, listen. What you gonna do now? What you got to say? You gonna say thank you? You gonna report this news? You're gonna report the news. Fred was hating. I was, how the hell am I hating? And I'm the richest dude on YouTube. Why am I hating on you? Why am I hating on you, man? I'm the richest boxing YouTuber. How am I hating? Who work more than me? What fighter work more than me? Huh? I'm worth more than your favorite fighter, worth more than your favorite YouTuber. How am I hating? Hating? I got to speak in that Ebonic talk. See, I ain't smoking weed this morning or drinking out of a brown paper bag this morning, so I'm not believable. That's the problem with the black culture, man. I wasn't black enough. How the hell I'm not? What's the reward? What's the reward for being pro? I was talking about this on Morris World TV. What's the reward for being pro-black? Cyberly pro. What's the reward? What do I get from it? Can I take that to the bank? Oh, my people this, my people that.
This Fred from Barbershop Conversations, bro. For anybody that's listening.
My people, this.
He's speaking current. I'm only playing this. He's speaking currently about the
you still got diabetes.
The tank situation.
How you pro-black with diabetes?
How you pro-black with diabetes? That's weird.
How you pro-black with 2 baby mamas? How you pro-black on child support? You see, when I put the mirror in your face, when I put a mirror in your face, that's, yeah. It don't sound good, right? Right. Y'all smoking weed at the cookout? Auntie takes the ham hocks off her arm and put it in the boiling water. Man. Tank Davis, dog. Tank Davis?
Crush was good, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's major problems in the big city. I'm going to tell you what. All you PBC fighters got robbed. I believe all you PBC, I'm going to say I believe. There's a person who looks like me who knows. Who looks exactly like me, he knows. I've been behind the scenes. I know how the paper trail works. Y'all didn't listen. If you fought on pay-per-view, you owed money. You got robbed. If you fought, so if it's Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, Tank Davis, David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, who else been on paper? The Charlo brothers. You've been robbed. I'm talking about as a headliner. You've been robbed. I told y'all this. See, when you see the difference between you and me is when I hear the truth and I have an understanding of it, I accept it. You hear the truth and you go back online and be pro-black. Well, let me tell you something. You know what's better than being pro-black? Pro-truth. You know what's better than being pro-black? Pro-God. You stuck in the middle between home plate and first base. Being pro-black with diabetes. If you're listening to a person that diabetes, high blood pressure, got multiple baby mamas, that's teaching you how to get the chakras from the anal gland, that's not pro-black.
I can't do no more. It's only like a couple minutes, but I'm done with that. But I just played that, like I said, man. This is some of the stuff that goes on with Tank Davis when people don't get the news that they want when they want it. Look, I'm not about to go back and forth with somebody's sources. I could care less about them. I know I'm going to just go off of what I've been hearing. Been hearing the same stuff, the same rhetoric about the PBC for years on top of years. And they still find a way to be here, maintain, put on fights. I mean, it'd probably be some bumps in the road along the way, but that's any promotional company, I think. They go through stuff, but he's saying they done, they finished, they're no more. They're broke. Tank is broke. They ain't got the money for Tank. They can't afford to cook out all this weird stuff. We'll see. I personally don't think it's that much of a big deal if the fight get pushed back a month. As long as it still happen, fighters get paid, everybody get paid, the show goes on, and just on to the next. I don't even know at this point to call it. Can't even just call it Tank hate. I just think it's an issue with people having an issue with the PBC or Al Heyman. It seemed like why joking about somebody having diabetes is a bit weird, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we hearing the little rumblings. We hearing it could be possibly pushed back to next year. Next year, meaning what, possibly January or something like that. But we just gotta wait and see. I'm not gonna trip out over it. It's not that big a deal, man. It's gonna happen when it can happen. You can't control that, but I think they'll work out whatever it is they need to work out. And it'll be business as usual, man. It'll be, continue to do what they've been doing. Putting on shows, making fights, and making money. Simple and plain. So like I said, for me, the scoop that I got, it ain't official yet, but it's a possibility though. So it ain't just a rumor alone. It's something that possibly could happen with them switching the date and the venue and things of that nature. So nope. I see you, LaMarcus. Nope, not at all. Y'all punch that like button, man. We're gonna rock for a couple more minutes, man. But like I said, that's just where we at right now in boxing, bro. When you don't get the news you want, you start making it up. When I listen to that, it just sound like you wishing on somebody to fail, and I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of boxing. I'm a supporter of boxing. I want to see all these dudes win, all these different promotional entities, because they all got fighters on it that we appreciate, right? No one entity has all the fighters under their stable, so I'll just be rooting for people to win. I don't know what his issue is. I could care less, but we'll see. I've been hearing this weird stuff about Tank not being cool with the money, or I ain't about to over speculate that stuff. We gonna see. You know, every time PBC is time for them to put on the card, you hear a lot of the same talking points, this rhetoric, and oftentimes none of it is backed up by any truth. But excuse me, but at the end of the day, maybe it's some truth to, like I said, obviously the date being switched or the venue possibly too. But that's boxing. Like that, what's the big deal? I don't think that got much to do with Tank. I wouldn't blame Tank for them switching a venue or a date or something like that. That sounds silly. So I don't know. I feel like the fight ain't off. A simple postponement or pushback of a month ain't that big a deal as long as the show still go on. Some people are wishing that they failed because some people don't want Tank to fight anyway. They like he shouldn't have fought anyway. They've been trashing the fight. So if this doesn't come to fruition, that just gives the people that don't like him and didn't like this fight, that are shitting on Lamont Roach, room to complain and talk for a little while longer. That's all. That's all it is. Yeah, true coach, you can hear it. Yeah, I'll make sure y'all punching that like button for me, man. Some of these content creators build it deep, man. So I can't believe Star Fox was good. Yeah, I just look at it for what it is, man. Some people got they point of views or they got their agenda, so they come up with these strange talking points. And you know, I mean, I've been hearing this stuff for far too long, so it don't surprise me at all. It's not impressive, and it don't surprise me. So we'll see though. You know, we will see. We will see, man. What they say, a broke clock is right twice a day type deal. That's one of them situations, man, where he's just hoping that you be right. I'm saying somebody even made this.
Yo, I think we should plan this another time.
This nigga's scared.
Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night.
Fuck that shit.
Yo, I think we should plan this another time.
This nigga's scared.
Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night.
Fuck that shit.
They saying that's Tank talking to Lamont Roach, talking about rescheduling. You know, I always like a fan of a little funny stuff, but that's just some of what you're gonna get because people are uninformed, and when you uninformed, you just left to assume, and that's what a lot of people boxing opinions is, them just assuming stuff with no fans. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty sure they'll put an announcement out, or there'll be some type of announcement if they're gonna switch the date and venue, and it'll be what it is, and people still gonna watch it or hate watch it or whatever. That's all. That's all it is at the end of the day, bro. Nothing more, nothing less. Like I said, I'm not impressed at all, y'all. One last thing, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all make sure I hit the like button. One more thing I wanted to bring up that I happened to see, man, about Tyson Fury. And, you know, this is unfortunate, but, you know, he said he's not making no excuses, but this is a story that he shared about his wife miscarrying the day before the Usyk fight. So he's not making any excuses, but she was 6 months pregnant and all of this stuff. That's unfortunate. Prayers to her. But basically what he's saying is he about to get it back in blood, man. Say he was going through some things. He said his wife lost a baby. That's wild. That's unfortunate, man. Like I said, prayers to her. And he human. Not to say that was the reason he lost, but shit, man, that'll affect anybody, to be honest with you. So we'll see what he look like in his rematch. I seen reports or him saying that he ain't gonna switch nothing up. I've also read reports of him saying he was gonna put on some more weight for the fight or whatever the case. I think that could be detrimental, man. That could really swing either way with that weight. But yeah, definitely condolences to him and his family. That's unfortunate, man. I know about that feeling, but I just brought that up. I think that's real, man. Something I didn't know he went through, something I seen him share, but let's see, man. He seemed like he focused. He sounded like he confident. He seemed like he feel like he just made some simple mistakes and he could correct them and beat Usyk in a rematch. We gonna see. I mean, he gonna have his opportunity to do so December 21st. So that fight is coming. I like what Usyk is doing. I like the way he handle his business. He always odd dude, entertaining dude. He came dressed like a hitman, so he obviously looked like he ready to fight. Made Tyson Fury sign pictures of him beating him up, which is funny. So I like Usyk, man. I like this fight that's coming up. I like Usyk, man. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be a good one. Yeah, that was weird, man. You know who I seen slap him D1? Who was it? Kenny Porter. Yeah. Kenny Porter. It's a video of Kenny Porter online on YouTube and him smacking him. Kenny Porter smacked him, bro. So, like, yeah, man. But I just don't understand the Al Heyman hate. I don't get it. Like, what's the issue? Like, maybe that got to be something personal, but I don't see how people ain't rooting for boxing as a whole. It's like, that's why I say I come to realize, man, over time. And shout out to Arnaldo. Appreciate you, fam. Much love, man. We going to keep building. Y'all know how we do. I'd like to see Usyk versus Bacoli. Yeah, I mean, shit, that'd be a crazy fight. He have to box that big, strong dude. D1 be snapping. That's my guy. Shout out to Cal Cooley, man. Say he was going through that coke and still winning. I'm telling you, wasn't he? But it's crazy that he went through that. You know, his wife, but, you know, like I said, condolences to him and his fam. But he got an opportunity to do this a second time. So let's see if he could make the necessary changes or corrections or adjustments and beat Usyk. It was a very close fight. But Usyk did almost have his ass out of there. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I do think Usyk could find himself doing better in the rematch. I could see Tyson Fury possibly beating him. I really could, but we'll see. It's always going to be a competitive fight between them two. I don't think neither guy going to take this fight and run with it. I think it's going to be another close one, another close decision fight. Closely fought. I think it's going to be a tough fight for both of them, though. He said, hey, open hand, straight ball head. Still though Fury won the fight. Yeah, they didn't stop scoring round by round. I had it Fury 7-5. Ain't nothing wrong with that D1. I never argue it because it just was that close of a fight. Plus, I know you know your shit, so if you felt like you seen that, that's what you seen, bro. I ain't gonna tell you, nah, D1 ain't no way, man. Well, the judges had it. It's cool. It's that type of fight. That's how you know we got a good fight. That's why I think a rematch is very fit, and a rematch should happen. I'm glad it is happening. Hopefully Usyk can beat him again and close the chapter. But like I said, I ain't 100% like, you know, sold that that's just what it's gonna be. Tyson Fury, he did make an interesting point about how well he do in rematches, and he is right. But the difference is the rematches that he's had in the past have come off of him usually winning the fight, though. Winning the fight, and then you rematching guys, right? Instead, in this case, you actually lost and you rematching them. So you going into this rematch coming off a close loss. So, you know, for what it's worth, maybe that make a difference. You know, Usyk is a very talented dude. He's going to be hard to beat. I could see him doing better in the fight. I could see Tyson Fury possibly doing better. It's going to be another close fight. I don't see no knockout again, I don't think. I don't think nobody getting knocked out. Jake gonna win, bro. I want Mike to win. Mike, my guy, man. Mike, the reason I watch boxing. So, but yeah, man, December 21st. Rematch is here, man. Let's see, man. Let's see who take it, man. Let's see who more prepared. Let's see who make any of the necessary adjustments and who could take the dub. I'm rooting for Usyk, like I said. Tyson Fury just ain't my cup of tea. Talented dude, he can fight. Pretty funny, but he ain't my cup of tea. Take news back, even though it'll be in January, close to me in DC. My birthday, I'm still mad. It's not December. Yeah, they saying it's not official, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. The fact that it's out, it's a good chance. I know that they're gonna switch some stuff up. Zordo versus Billiam Smith. Should be a competitive fight. I'm not sold on Zordo in the heavier weight class. Where you at now? What is Zordo? Cruiser or light heavy? Made too much news out. It was cap. It came out and called it cap. Yeah, I just think yeah, it's not for sure. You know what I'm saying? So people just be hitting the panic button sometimes. D1 or they be wanting to be the first one to it. I just be wanting to bring out the right information. So, like I said, from my sources, that's always solid. Cruiser, I thought it was, right? Cruiserweight, yeah, I'm not sold on him up there. I don't know. Billiam Smith been around a little bit. He can fight a little bit. He gonna give Zordo a run for his money, if not beat him. And don't beat him, he definitely gonna give him a run for his money. That's the Ryan Fight Tank promotion has been horrible. I could say I think some things have shifted for sure. Because you're not used to this, right? Just hearing the wrong news, like it's just stuff been strange, Tay. Been a little off. And to your point, to your credit, even Tank himself had an issue with the promotion of the last fight, right? For the Frank Martin fight, he wasn't feeling stuff. But I don't know. I just hate the fact that we getting this weird news, right? And it do seem like shit is just different than what it used to be. Seemed like it was just more solid and for sure. Now it's like every other day or every other week, should I say, it's something else, right? Every few days is something. So, but I think the most important thing, man, would have been to try to make sure that he get a fight before the year is out. But if not, if it's a month difference or so, then that's not really no big deal at all. So we'll see. But I know how dudes are. They ideal, you want to try to get, as many fights in 1 year as possible, 2 to 3, if anything. So we'll see. Honor Barboza, Jose Ramirez. That should be a cool fight, man. I hope Ramirez win. Beats him again. He would beat AJ twice, Fury twice. Triple. The best heavyweight in this decade is a cruiserweight. That's wild, yeah. Yeah, that's what dude was saying. See, so what it do, my guy? Zoom verse Brody was what it do, man. The company after this 5 or 6. He said, I promise they're done as a company. Yeah, man. That the thing is shit. They got to get through that deal. Saying that fighting in December. Oh, yeah, it's not etched in stone yet, Zoom, but the rumblings is out there that it might not be December, it might be January. Well, like last I heard from my guy, man, it wasn't for sure just yet. It wasn't official, should I say. So we just gotta wait and see. But yeah, promotion has been a little off. It seemed like information has been spotty. The way stuff come out, it just don't be on solid ground the way it used to be. It seemed like I don't know. It just seems something a little off. I don't know. Maybe it's the people though. You know what I'm saying? Alexander Moore, Tyson got a better outcome. Yeah, I thought that's what he was going to try to do, Mr. Empire. I thought he was going to try to bully him, but because that could be tricky too, especially if Usyk starts getting a moving on his ass. Yeah, Arnaldo. He is, and he an undersized heavyweight at that. He definitely undersized. He might be going off, boy. So we'll see, man. We'll see, man. It's boxing for you, man. It's boxing for you, man. We will see. But at least we know we got that rematch coming. But like I told y'all, I'll keep y'all posted if I hear any more confirmation about Tank fight being postponed or moved past December 14th. And it's a light day today, man. Good Friday, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. My boy be on at 10 p.m. The Angry White Man will be on at 10 p.m. BBO will be on at 8. The Rise will be on at 9. And we just going to keep building straight like that. You dig? Adrian Molina, my guy. What's good with the family? Pray for love. Ace, my guy. You know it, man. Always a good day. Always a good build. This was a lighter day. But we're going to keep it rolling, man. I will see y'all tomorrow, too. Think about, should I call Regis and Catterall? I might, but we gonna figure it out. All right, y'all. But until then, y'all, I want to make sure y'all all have a good Friday, man. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this Friday. Everybody be safe out there. You know what I mean? Have some fun. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rallo. I see you popping up late. Shout out to you, my guy Adrian, D1, Mark West, Boxing Hacker, Ace, the family, man. Much love to all y'all, man. Y'all punch that like button for me. On the way out, cooking with Sir Senior. Shout out to you, bro. Got a Regis interview up. Regis a good dude, too. I was supposed to interview him a while back, but I just be forgetting to follow up with dudes, man. I'll be slipping, but we going to get on it, man. We going to get on it. Shout out to my guy, 81. Yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all have a good evening and all that good stuff, man. Appreciate y'all building with me, Boxing Dad. What it do, my guy? Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all enjoy this Good Friday, and we're going to be back tomorrow, man. We're going to be back tomorrow to build on this good boxing. I'm going to try to go every day this week, man. I try to get a live in every day this week, man. All right? My guy, man. Appreciate you as always, man. He says, feel like it quiet, sure, quiet. Yeah, man, just a light day, Rollo. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this card with Boots and Vergil possibly being something for next year. But, man, Vergil team got to be on board with that, man. I know Boots and them is taking on all challenges, but I think Vergil will fight anybody, but his team got to want that for him, too. I mean, I know his trainer believe in him, but his manager want them older champions, so that tells me something. We're trying to outbox Usyk is not going to secure the victory for Tyson. Yeah, it might be tough, man. It might be tough for him. Kyle Coolett, my guy, man. Peace, family. Yeah, man. Might make it tough, but we're going to see. I always say trying to play chess with the ultimate chess player, but, you know, Fury could be a pretty good chess player in there, too, but I still think Usyk is a better one, you know? We got Rashidi Ellis tonight. Oh, yeah, we do. Rashidi Ellis is fighting tonight. But what network is he fighting on? That's what I was confused about. I seen the poster. What network is he fighting on before we get out of here? Because I'm gonna tune into it. I'm gonna tune in. What network is it, man? Rashidi gotta get back in the mix ASAP. Missing the man. Yeah, where he fighting at? Well, I'll just go check his IG. I'm pretty sure he got it up there. Pretty sure he got it up there. Yo, people in them edits is crazy. Joseph, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? But with that, man, much love to y'all, man. I'm telling you, appreciate all y'all. Like I said, much love to the family. I'll see all y'all tomorrow, man. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because